Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Wealth Around Us. This is going to be a video response to Joe and Zach Survival on your Where Would You Go video. Well, we were just here at my place, and I know you've seen the back of the plantation and whatnot, and you know that we live in the cul-de-sac and all that, but I wanted to show you something a lot of people in this neighborhood don't realize, and they don't realize why I get pissy about it. But let me show you where I'm going. Now, my house right there, as you see in that plantation, has a bunch of land to the left and right of it. All the land to the left, and on that last video where I was like showing Deep Fried King the weather, you'll see those trees that I was looking at. That is all land from this area right there, and because of a sewer line right of way, we have control of that land, and if we and legally we don't have to let anybody develop it, and so we're not. But here's one place I'd be coming. Let me it's going to be a little bit dark for you, so I brought a light. But one thing is down there is the pond. As you can see, it's stocked. There's bass in it. I got a couple of really nice bass in there this year. But we've got sunfish, turtles, and stuff like that in there. I think there's some catfish in it. I know there's a couple of carp, because we had to put carp in there to keep, because it got all weedy and stuff. But another thing I'd show you is, let's go ahead. I'll keep my lights on just for filming purposes. But I had done another video on this too, the wild edibles. These are my crabapple trees, and we were adamant that they, me and the other neighborhood that control this land, we were adamant that they did not cut down our crabapple trees and made them use them. Now as we walk up here, these are more crabapple trees. These are more of them, and they go all the way over there. You see those ones that got the light? I don't know if you can see where I've got the light pointed at. Over there by that street lamp is even more crabapple trees. Geese come by here every year, so do ducks and whatnot. But here's what I'd be doing. I'd be up here stalking through this real quiet, and you hear I'm quiet. I'm able to keep my feet on this moist pine straw. Tonight would be a great night for it. But I'm going to see if we can get you a spot at I've done a video before for you showing the wild edibles white-tailed deer. Because, yeah, we've got a bunch of them, and they come on my property and they tear shit up every year. But right back here in this pine forest, got a lot of way through, really easy walking. And if you start heading this way, you're getting up toward the neighbor's house, Sparky. And Sparky, by the way, has been watching the show. What's going on, Sparky? He's my buddy. But the farther in we go in here, and I'm trying to be quieter and quieter as I get in, because I'm looking for sets of green eyes. And say if I had my handgun on me right now, and just come out here and spotlight them. But there's a herd of about 14 of them, and the herd's been getting bigger and bigger every year. We just had 3 babies this year, and I didn't see any road kills this year too, so that was a good thing. What the hell was that? There's some animal back there, maybe a cat or something that hears me. But yeah, this and the other side of the road are 2 big huntable areas. And so no, I really wouldn't go to Walmart. You're right, I wouldn't want to risk that shit, because I know I'd get shot. Or even if I didn't get shot and I was like the scariest guy that showed up here in this part of Georgia, people, like, no one's from Georgia. They're all outsiders and stuff that live in the affluent part. So they generally tend not have a whole hell of a lot of woodsman skills, and not a whole hell of a lot of sense either. If you've ever been to Georgia, you know there's some people doing some goofy shit everywhere you look. But yeah, this plot across the road too, that goes on for some miles. Right past those aspens there. It goes on for some miles in this direction, and then it links up with even more woods that I used to film my wild edibles videos in, and my CRV bug out videos in. And it goes on even farther than that, up back behind the office parks that are around the opposite end of this neighborhood. And then it links directly up into woods I film in, and it also links up to one of this area's last pristine waterways, and it's a waterfowl easement. And you can go back there just about any time of year and find all kind of birds and muskrat and rabbits and deer. Of course, there's more deer in this part of Gwinnett County than hell. I mean, like a lot of outer counties. I've seen more deer in my backyard than I have in all of Pine Log Mountain. As a matter of fact, I think the deer population at Pine Log Mountain is almost negligent because the pigs have ate them all out of house and home. Let me just take you on back here now. Okay, and you can see right here this big long stretch of woods. We don't control this, but I've got permission to hunt on it whenever I want. The neighborhood doesn't control it either. Okay. You see my headlights illuminating all this along here. But I've filmed back there before. All this is connected to that land. Driving with the window down 3 days from Christmas. I love that. Gotta love Georgia weather. Yeah, we had Southern Prepper 1 did a video today, and it's like what, December 23rd now, and he was outside in North Carolina in a t-shirt, and he said it was 70 degrees out there today. I was like, wow, that's warmer than Georgia is. Okay, now this area over here by this office park, you're quickly going to see that it's got like a lot of wooded areas around it. This is where the Liberty Tree is. I don't know if you guys know, have seen the Liberty Tree before, but it is a tree that was around at the signing of the Constitution. And all this is real well lit, so you'll be able to see it. But up back behind here, and to a more extent up here, like it starts right here, there is a whole big utility path they keep clear of trees and shit. Starts to go down there. Here, let me give a turn at it for you. But the path starts down there. You just follow all this wild grass, or I like to just drive the CRV right through there, because there's a trail that leads down where they have all the tractors and what have you, or they bring all the tractors when they have to cut that back, because there's sewer systems out there and stuff. And it makes for some great hunting, man. I've seen so many deer back there, and wanted so badly just to pop them, but it was always out of season, so I was, want to be playing by the rules. But in a WROL situation, we're not worried about rules. We're worried about living. So, here, let me see if I can drive back in here and show you the other part. But this is all interconnected. Some kind of industrial park, and right there down in that area, you can see it better from, you see the hill and everything down. I've seen so many deer going up and down this hill. There's a natural run, and right down there is the see through all this thick foliage is the waterway, and it's a big one too. I mean, it's you can canoe straight down it. And I don't know where exactly it comes from. I think it runs all through there. It's not a creek at some parts of it. It's more like an eddy. But yeah, all this leads down onto there. And that creek is, I guess I should call it, I mean, it's 3.5, 4 foot deep. I mean, it's not very fast moving, but it is moving. And animals kind of like that stuff. Like I said, you can find every kind of bird down there, every kind of game animal, but pig. So I don't think we have too many feral hog around here in the city, but you never know. I mean, I've seen weird things happen. And then as you go down that road, the first thing down there is a big old huge wide golf course. So yeah, if you're going to do some city hunting, and it's not quite legal with a gun, but you can with a bow, believe it or not. And if I had to go somewhere to get my groceries and whatnot, as you can see, it didn't take me too long to get here with the CRV. So and they're right near the home. So screw going to like department stores, stuff like that. They're going to already be either looted, or there's going to be some authority there trying to remain an authority, and they might arrest you and subject to execution, or God knows what's going to go down in that kind of a WROL situation. But as far as my bases as getting food, stuff like that, I'm pretty much covered. If you've ever watched the wealth around us, we've got several mini farms. We raise chickens for eggs and meats, rabbits. I've got a substantial small population of deer between me and Sparky's property that, and we get real pissy at the neighbors for going out there and disturbing them. And the kid, we had like some neighbor the other day come by and ask me why I told his kid, don't come on my property. And I answered him, well, one, you'll sue me if anything happens to him, or one of those bucks charges him, or he, gets spooked by a raccoon and, falls into a creek. You're going to sue me. And secondly, there's natural space out here. We intend to keep natural space, and we don't. See, look what they've done with all this. They've just completely raped it. We're not going to let them do it to our neighborhood. I mean, even if the lumber company wants to give us, $17,000 for that hardwood, we don't. $17,000 isn't worth. So, I mean, having a population of deer to sustain you through the winter, and you're the only one allowed to go back there. That's a big one. So yeah, I'm not going but down the street, and as you can see, we're already back to my neighborhood. So thanks for doing what you're doing. This is your video response. I know I promised it to you yesterday, but I'm a little swamped right now. It's getting back to Christmas season. So thanks for watching, everyone, and always remember, those are wealth around you. Check out Joe and Zach Survival, by the way. Very cool channel.